안녕하세요. 조소입니다. 감사합니다. Okay, Astro. I would be remiss if I, didn't check out anything from Astro. I didn't, it's one of these things, right, where like I wish I would have done it sooner. I wish I would have got to it earlier. But then I didn't want to do it right away. I wanted to wait a little while and give it some time because, it can be a pretty sensitive, topic right now. Even now, like, I just didn't want to do something and then have it seem like it was for the wrong reasons, but I will, just say that it's life is something to be celebrated, right? But everyone has their own thing going on. Like everybody's in their own story, and anyone can make it, but also there's like the flip side. This is just what I thought about. This is it's just an instance where it's like it seems like somebody that had everything going for them, and so I can't understand why, and I don't think we ever will necessarily, but life is something to be celebrated. So what I'd like to do is just let's check out this a song from Astro, and this is from about a year ago. I think this is the most recent result that comes up, and let's just enjoy it, right? Like let's just check it out and give it a listen and enjoy the music and the video, and let's just have a good time, right? Because I think that's probably the best thing that we can do, right? So let's check out Candy Sugar Pop from Astro.
I want to hit line drive.
Let's get it driving. Never stop it. Let's make our rhythm까지 dripping. 틈을 헤집고 다 올라타. 수평선에 비친 푸른 빛에 paradise. 찬란하게 펼친 태양빛에 빠져들어가. 달콤한 미소에 홀린 듯 내게 다가가 말해 I want you. 나는 항상 think of you. 혹시 너도 think of me. Wanna take you on my date. 1, 2, 3, let's go. My candy sugar pop. 어디든 내게 맡겨봐. 한 발 더 다가와. 말해줄래 take it tonight. 눈앞에 ocean view. 푸른 널 flower bloom. My candy sugar pop. 어디든지 okay tonight. 사르르 녹아 네 말 한마디에 파르르. 번번이 다리를 동동 구르는 나 구름에 밟는 듯 take off. 차 타고 하늘을 driving 너와 나 어디든 I'm robbing Like a real thrill 저 feel 하고 싶은 대로 해봐 I'm still there 시원한 바람물이 감싸 파도치는 빛과 눈부신 blue 잠시 길을 벗어나 함께하는 이 순간 Drop to the paradise 1, 2, 3, let's go My candy sugar pop 아무도 몰라 말이야 baby 이 순간 즐기는 것밖에 답이 없어 같이 뛰어 My candy sugar pop 말해줄래 내게 어떤 I'll take you down with you take you down 너와 내 곁에 빛이 가득해 My candy sugar pop 어디든지 hook you tonight
Man, so if I'm not mistaken, ASTRO is a third gen group. I believe they debuted back in like 2015, which I think that makes them a third gen group, right? It's the same like era that Twice and Red Velvet and some of these groups from third gen sort of debuted and all that. So they definitely have like a third gen, type of quality to them. You know what I mean? It's a nice groove, man. This is like sort of a funky type of dance pop song. It's got a great bass line in it. That's sort of I want to say that's 808 on pads, but you could easily play this bass line for sure. The bass line itself, boom 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 boom, like that. It's a hook. It's in the mix in the song. Like that's definitely a hook. Rhythmically, it goes along with the sort of chorus hook, right? Candy sugar pop, like it's rhythmically it matches there. It's pretty solid. The vocals have some very varying levels of production on it. There are some instances where it's very sort of intuitive, the EQing and some of the other effects that have been done to the voices. Some of them sound a little bit more organic or a little bit more raw, but some like rhythmically solid, you know what I mean, throughout all the parts. It's a nice clean mix. Like it's a very, very clean. This is it's just like quintessential dance pop, you know what I mean? They definitely have, their whole style down. They're like they seem like they'd probably be a pretty like fairly popular group, you know what I mean? Like just from seeing it, like, oh, okay, well, these, they undoubtedly have a lot of fans, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm sure there's a lot of fans out there that like this group, and it's good, man. It's fun. It's definitely fun. It's danceable. It makes you want to dance. This is one of these songs. Okay, like you definitely want to dance to this.
I want to hit line drive.
Synth rich mix. So definitely 808, electronic drum sounds, right? The kit sounds. These are all super punchy. It sounds like somebody hitting the pads, or otherwise sort of like MIDI input. It's so clean. Everything is like super, super clean in the mix. Definitely synth rich, although there's a point in the song where a very clean piano sound comes in. It still could be like a keyboard plug-in sound, but it's a really, really nice sound. Like it's one of the warmest, most organic sounds in the mix.
환하게 펼친 태양빛에 빠져들어가 달콤한
Here we go.
미소에 홀린 듯 내게 다가가 말해 I want you 나는 항상 think of you 혹시 너도 think of me
Yeah, it's really
Wanna
nice.
take you on my date
So the piano sound actually comes in to fill in most of like the rhythm. A lot of the synth sounds kind of dropped out, but that piano sound comes in, and even though it's a really laid back like chord progression, it's just chunking the chords really, but it's laying way back on the beat, maybe even coming in like almost a half beat behind like the actual count, but it's not quite up the upbeats, like it's almost just like bum, bum, like it just sort of hesitates a little bit, but it's that and the sound that it is what makes it like the most organic part of the mix. Vocally, it's a nice sort of palette, the ranges that you've got, right? The different sort of registers. Lots of that mid sound, like sort of alto tenor type of sound, you know. But everything's pretty clean so far.
녹아네 말 한마디에 파르르 번번이 다리를 동동 구르는 나 구름을 밟는 듯 take on up.
So it's a good voice on the rap part, and it's a really good rhythm too. It's the compression on that is really nice. It's there's a little bit of reverb on it, like a little touch of reverb on there, but it's all in all, the mix is like really clean.
차 타고 하늘을 driving 너와 나 어디든 arriving like a real deal 저 feel 하고 싶은 대로
Some
해봐
light funk guitar. There's some muted guitar sounds that are going on in there, so it gives it sort of a funky type of a feeling, funky type of vibe. Yeah, but it's a solid dance pop. Like it's just
잠시기를 벗어나 함께하는 이 순간 drop to the paradise 1, 2, 3, let's go 날 candy sugar pop 아무도 몰라 말이야 더 다가와 말해줄래 take you tonight 눈앞에 ocean view 푸른 널 flower moon 날 candy sugar pop 어디든지 hope you tonight 함께 만들어가는 좋아하는 retreat 두 갈림길 끝에 Take me home tonight My candy sugar pie 어디든 내게 맡아봐 한 발 더 다가와 말해줄래 take it tonight 내 눈에 빛이 나내 눈에 빛이 나 계속 말해줘 함께하면 지금 Oh candy sugar pop baby 이 순간 즐기는 것밖에 답이 없어 같이 뛰어 My candy sugar pop
so a nice build up in the mix too. Like there's even more synth sounds that get introduced here. Really good drop of the beat, right? It's solid. These guys are like, man, I don't know. They're so good. There's no real. I mean, like they're very strong, right? Like they're almost like this like I don't know. They're very like. They're like K-pop chads, kind of. You know what I mean? Like they're man. It's just they're really talented, man. And it's one of these things. You can't help it. Like I watched the video and I'm saying like, it's just, there should be more, right? Like it should, this should continue the same way. It wouldn't be able to at this point, but by all rights, it really, really should continue this way, right? Like this is fun. It's a great, it's a great sound. It's very catchy. It's very hooky. Every performance aspect is done really well. The vocals, the choreography, like everything is down, man. Like everything is, it's so dialed in and it's so on point, and it should continue, right? But it's gonna be different, and it's regrettable, but at the same time, like I said, it's more about just enjoying, what's there. Because you, of all the things that you can control, of all the options that you have, that's the best one. Huh? Super clean, man. It's super clean. Everything about it is like, it's really, really clean. It'd be interesting to hear more of the group, from the discography that they have, to see what if they do mostly this type of upbeat dance pop type of a sound, or if they have some different themes or concepts that they go into. Some of this stuff looks different, like this looks very much like something that they had released back in their debut era, like so go back to 2015, sometime like that. This looks like it's very much in line with like the sort of sounds or styles that they came out with in the beginning. But there are a couple of things that look like they might be contrasting a little bit in style, but either way, it's a really great dance pop type of song. It's got a phenomenal bass line, a super clean mix, super clean synth, vocals competent in the performance, and also the way they're handled in production. There's everything about it is enjoyable. Everything is it's just it make you want to dance. It make you want to and it's sort of a classic boy group kind of a thing, right? Like it's so it reminds me of like Backstreet Boys or something. I mean, this is very familiar. It's like, okay, yeah, they're singing to the girls, man. They want to wield a little bit of that riz, right? Like that's what's going on, right? And so it's cool. I get it, man. I get it. And they definitely should do that. Like if you got it, like do it. You know what I mean? If you got riz, then do it. So that's cool. It's cool. It's I totally understand it, but it's good. It's a solid groove. It's a nice, really funky dance groove. It's got a lot of subtle elements in the mix. The synth, the guitar, um, the piano sound is like a really good touch. It's a really fantastic touch in the mix. It just feels so organic and much. It's like it's a very warm type of sound to add into this. The percussive, funky guitar stuff that comes in about halfway through. That's also very fun too. It gives it that funk dance, flavor to it just a little bit. But it's super clean. It's a very enjoyable groove. It's it's like quintessential dance pop from from a boy group that has had a successful run. And like I said, not to get too, because I don't like to be. I don't like to be a downer. I don't, you know what I mean? I like to keep things very positive here. But of course, you have to sort of just acknowledge it. And like I said, I wish that this group could continue on just, like they are here, just like they always had been. But, things have happened, and unfortunately, it will be different moving forward. That being said, very much can get a sense, even from everything just before, the sense of like what the group and fans and other groups, like the industry in general, is missing now, and that's regrettable. But let's remember to stay positive and try to carry that spirit. Enjoy your time, right? Like enjoy the time that you have here. I certainly have enjoyed the time here, especially making this content and exploring all this music and discovering these different groups and all of this. It's been a blast for me, and I hope you guys are also having fun and enjoying everything, and just at times you may need to take a break, and that's cool, man. That's cool. Everybody gets there. Everybody has to do that. But don't ever stop fighting the good fight. You know what I mean? Like, don't never feel like you've been defeated, because you haven't. It's all right. As long as you still have your time, and you still have your ability, right, to do what the things that you do, it's definitely worth it. And that's all I'm gonna say, really, because I don't wanna go too long. I don't wanna, let's just enjoy everything, right? ASTRO, Candy Sugar Pop. It's definitely a quintessential dance pop type of song, and it's all fun. It's all just something to enjoy, and I think that that's what the group and all its members really want for us to do. So it's fun. I enjoyed it, and I'll check out more. It'd be interesting to, again, like with most of these groups, to go back to the beginning and see, hear, what things were like when they first debuted, and then maybe discover some different stylistic choices and things along the way. But this was fun. Candy Sugar Pop by ASTRO, and of course Moonbin. We will miss you and your contributions and talent and everything. So that's all for now.